welcome to another episode of That's Right. I'm your host, Chris Voss. And today we have the CEO and founder of Empowering the Exceptional and ASE Private Wealth, Rusty Cagle. Rusty, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Chris. Pleasure to be here with you today.
All right, so is it a ridiculous idea if you share with our viewers a little bit about your business and your journey?
Not at all, Chris. Two businesses I have. One, Empowering the Exceptional, is where I partner with top professionals in the industry and where they have inspiring ways that they can help us deal with our challenges and also our purpose in life. For example, my work with you with our best-selling book, Empathy and Understanding in Business. Dan Sullivan works with entrepreneurs for over 50 years. He's got us knowing that we can live to 100 plus, right? I've got Dr. Rebecca Heiss, who turns fear into fuel. And I got Ken Fink, who I partner with a $10 billion challenge by 2030. And my wife, who you met, Karen Cagle, Empowering Exceptional Women, which she shared with you one of the techniques she used last night, which was awesome. And then ASE Private Wealth focuses on privately held business owners, helping them get more value before they have a transition. We build collaboration with professionals to maximize that. And then for the next chapter that they have, we have a family office services that we help them with.
What are some of the common challenges your clients face?
Well, there's really 5, Chris. 1, their professionals work in isolated silos. Number 2, collaboration with the business owner to get the best outcome from professionals. 3, they have unstructured data, all the stuff coming at them, taxes, investments, their business, and so there's not a lot of structure around that. Number 4, there's 2 tax codes, one for the informed, one for the uninformed. Both are legal, so we help them turn tax liability into tax capital. And then 5, the compound depletion effect, which erodes a lot of wealth because of the small things that aren't being looked at, and we help them identify that.
Wow. What strategies do you use to understand your clients' needs better?
Well, first it starts with why. Now we all know Simon Sinek says, start with why. But for me, it's more of, why did you become an entrepreneur? Less than 5% of the humans on earth become an entrepreneur. And only 1% of those really get to the point that they have an asset that they can sell. So why did they do this? Why did they get into a business where they have to make sure they pay everybody else, they take substantial risk before they ever take anything home? So 1, understanding that. And then 2, once we really understand that, it's a 3-step process. 1, we start building collaboration amongst professionals so that we move from a transactional relationship to a transformational partnership. Number 2, then we look at stopping the compound depletion effect. Because once we get our arms around what's eroding wealth, whether it's taxes, inefficiencies, ways to do things, we help them there. And then 3, it's all about building that platform, taking unstructured data, all the different things that probably help business owners deal with. You're one yourself, I know you can appreciate this. And then build a platform for structured enlightenment. Think about a credit card. Well, if you would just look at transactions over and over, just listed up and down, you may not know how to make anything out of it. But when you put it in a chart, and you say, hey, I'm spending this much on eating out, I'm spending this much on those subscriptions, I might need to cancel some of those. Now you get it that you can make good decisions. And that's what we do. We help enlighten them to make good decisions on what they need to do as their complexity of success has grown.
Impressive. Are you against sharing a time when you navigated a difficult situation for you or your clients using tactical empathy?
Well, this one touches me deeply, Chris. And it was when I was introduced to a husband and wife. They came to me. They were distraught. You could just tell all the life had been sucked out of them. Their story was that they put $2 million into a business 9 years ago. When they did, they bought it from someone who really didn't have good representation, meaning the client that was there. And then not only did they put $2 million in, they got saddled with another $1 million debt at closing. So they were at a point that they said, we just want your help to help us sell it and get at least $1 million out. They were totally devastated. And I said, let us do this. Are you open to giving me 12 months? Because they had something there. And let's see in 12 months if we can turn it around. If not, then we'll sell it for $1 million. They're like, hey, what else do we have to lose? So we introduced SPA treatment, structure, process, and accountability. Within 12 months, not only did we turn the business around, 2 years later, this husband and wife actually sold the business with a strategic buyer for $20 million.
Wow.
And Chris, after the close of that sale, they came to me with tears in their eyes and said, you helped us see things that we couldn't see on our own. We went to a point where 3 years ago, we felt like we were failures and we were in the deepest, darkest times that we've ever felt. And then you showed us and helped us get to the point where we didn't have to feel like failures. We felt like we were letting our employees down and the community down. And you've actually changed our life. Thank you for helping us and empowering us to stick with it and us being able to now move on to a chapter where we have a life that's fulfilled with what we pursued, what we wanted to do.
Amazing. So that's right, is what somebody says when what they believe that what you said is the complete truth. They're all in. So are you against sharing a time when you had a that's right moment in your business so our viewers can get an idea of how it works in real life?
So Chris, I'll share one with you, but I also want to share what our pursuit is over the next 10 years. Because over the next decade, a stunning fact, there's over $15 trillion of privately held business owner value, and sadly, 80% of that, 12 trillion, will not be realized. And that's a huge issue for privately held business owners. They're the backbone of our economy. They employ 85% of the people in the world, in the U.S. economy. They are the backbone of the U.S. workers. They take substantial risk, and 80 to 90% of their net worth is tied into a single illiquid asset. And the second punch in the gut is they tend to pay more taxes than they should. So what we do is help them recognize that we can help them not pay as much in taxes, go from overly taxed to fairly taxed, and then also create value for their business that they're taking so much risk for. And when that's said, I'd like to share a moment with you that is really touching for your That's Right moment. And if you remember when we were in Vegas, when we were launching the best-selling book, and I had a little chance to spend some time with you, and I was telling you about my journey, and over 30 years, Stephen Covey, all of his habits and everything, and one of the ones I said was win-win. And so you leaned in with your late night DJ voice, and you told me win-win does not always create the best outcomes. And then you shared with me that. And I had to take a step back and I thought about it, and I'm like, he's right. I got to change. Think differently, right?
Right.
So this brings me to the story of the That's Right moment. So a month ago, I was sitting with one of my friends ever since 10 years old. And so I've known him for 50 years. He came to me, and he's a client of ours. And he said, Rusty, I think I'm going to get a divorce. I was devastated.
Wow. Yeah.
He said, I've saved over $3 million without even my wife knowing it. And I need to pursue this spiritual enlightenment on my next chapter because I want to be able to help people and help them with this. She wants a more traditional retirement. She wants a lake house. She wants to travel. She wants to relax. And there's no Covey win-win in this situation. And I said, you know what? I got to bring out my inner Chris Voss. Hey, let's put it to the test right here. And I said, let's call him Bob. I said, Bob, I said, do you really want this marriage to work out? And he said, I really do. I said, but you won't be fulfilled unless you pursue this spiritual enlightenment. He said, That's right. I said, I want you to try something for me. 2 steps. I want you to go to your wife, and I want you to truly, truly understand what her passion is and her purpose. And she has to feel it. She has to feel that you truly understand that. And then once you truly embrace that, then share with her what you want to do and how that might work together. And I want to read a text to you that I got just 5 days ago. And it's from Bob. And he said, Cagle, you saved my marriage. I had to stop focusing on what I wanted so badly and truly respect her. Understanding her purpose and passion in life first made all the difference. It's amazing how a simple shift in perspective can open up a new world for the 2 of us. Thank you.
Nice. Beautiful. All right, so if people want to get in touch with you, find out about you and your business, what's the best way for them to find you?
For Empowering Exceptional is exceptionallife.io, exceptionallife.io, and they can reach me on LinkedIn for anything I'm doing, and also at ascadvisors.com.
Beautiful. Rusty,
Chris,
thanks for being here, man.
thank you for time with you today.